gasoline I smell?
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you are doing amazing as always, and it's me, Joe, as always. And today, guys, I want to talk about my top 5 horror movies so far this year, 2022. So, I gotta be honest, the first pick is gonna be pretty controversial, but I don't give a shit because this is my channel and I want to talk about movies that I enjoy. And this movie I really enjoyed. So my number 5 is Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022. I'm gonna be honest, this movie is actually really good. Like, I know that a lot of you probably hate this movie, and I completely get why. It's not like, you know why? Maybe because this movie is really not a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. This is more of a slasher movie with Leatherface in it, you know? And that's maybe why, some people really hate that movie, because other aspects of this movie are actually really well done. The kills are pretty brutal and are great. The cinematography of this movie is like pretty good. Like, the movie looks really good. It has rich colors to it. It looks pretty decent, and honestly, it's just a great little short movie. You know, like, this movie is not long. It just, it's just like 80 minutes, and it works really well. And I gotta be honest, like, I really enjoyed this movie. You know, I already saw it like 6 times. Like, so again, I know that a lot of people hate this movie to death and they fucking hate this movie so much, but me, I enjoy this movie, and I genuinely think it's enjoyable if you just watch it as just a dumb slasher movie. It works really well. The cinematography is great. The only thing, the characters are not really that great. I'd say the main lead, though, the main 2 girls are actually okay, but like the whole cast, serves more as, just body count to Leatherface, right? But yeah, overall an enjoyable movie, and I gotta say, this movie is not as bad as you think. Alright, guys, my number 4 is The Black Phone. This movie is fucking great. The atmosphere of this movie is sensational. It's grim, it's dark, it has that fall feeling all over it. It's amazing, and I really enjoyed this movie. The Grabber, portrayed by Ethan Hawke. Ethan Hawke fucking killed this. He's great in this movie. He has such a charisma, and he's really just an awful character, but you can't help yourself but be interested in this character, and then Finney is really great, and then his sister, I forgot her name, but his sister is so great. Like, she's just so adorable, and she has like some of the best dialogue in the movie, and overall this movie is really great. I really enjoyed it because it's so simple. There are no ghosts in this movie. There are no demons in this movie. There's some supernatural, obviously, but it's not like, it's not overwhelming. This is just a really basic story about, a kid that's trapped in a basement of a serial killer. And it works really well. And I gotta say, this movie is pretty damn good. And it's really enjoyable. Alright, let's move on to number 3. My number 3 so far is Nope. Nope was great. That's all I'm gonna say. I can't really talk about this movie a lot because it has, if I said anything about this movie, it's spoilers, so I'm not gonna talk about the movie that much, but it's a really enjoyable movie. It's a bit of a slow burn, alright, I'll give you that. It's a bit of a slow burn, but overall the movie is great. It's just a well-made movie. The characters are really great. There are some great scary scenes in the movie, and the finale of this movie is spectacular. Like, I wasn't expecting that. It was just, I was like, oh, right, this is a Western movie or something. Alright, that's all I'm gonna say. It's a pretty damn good movie, so Nope is my number 3 so far this year. My number 2 is Scream 2022 or Scream 5. This movie came out in January and I still think it's pretty good. It's not as good as I expected it to be. I thought that they would do much more with the movie, so I'm not like the biggest fan of this movie, but still it was really enjoyable. The movie was pretty great, and the new characters are actually pretty great. Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, the sisters, they are pretty good, and I can't wait to see Scream 6. And I'm gonna say something. I think that Scream 6 is gonna be much better than Scream 5, because now they can do whatever they want, and I really do hope that this movie is just gonna be so surprising and just so cool. So I'm really excited about Scream 6, but Scream 5 was pretty damn good. The death of Dewey was pretty sad. I have a lot of things that I don't like about about Scream 5, but honestly, I'm still excited, and not still excited. I am even more excited about Scream 6. Now let's get into my number 1 this year, and that's so far, and that's the movie called X. This movie was so surprising for me. I gotta say, this movie is about a group of not teenagers, they are like in their 20s, maybe 30s, but about a group of people that go to like a rural Texas to shoot, porn essentially, and they actually rent a property on this farm, and there's this old couple still living there, and things get fucking wild. Like, things get wild. And this movie, oh my god, it's so good. It's so enjoyable. It feels like a Friday the 13th a bit, but it's more elevated, and the characters are great. They are very well written. It just works really well. Like, this movie was such a surprise for me, and I was so enjoying it all the way through. Like, if you haven't seen X, go ahead and watch that movie, because it's so great. And I gotta say, like, I was so surprised, because I was like, alright, another A24 horror movie is gonna be, like, really artsy. Not that I hate that, but I was like, alright, but this movie is really this movie's really straight to the point. It works really well, and it is such an enjoyable horror movie, and I highly recommend this movie to you guys if you haven't seen it. And that's all. That's all I got. These are my top 5 horror movies of 2022 so far. Let me know your list down below. I would love to know your list. Like, what 5 movies that you enjoyed a lot so far this year? Let me know your thoughts about this down below, guys. I'll see you in the next one, guys. Take care as always, and bye.